Right then, lads and lasses, how we doing, and welcome back to the channel. If it's one thing that makes us Newcastle United fans certainly worry recently, is the uncertainty to if Joelinton will sign a new contract at Newcastle United. This is because 1 or 2 months ago we got some very unfortunate news that Joelinton was not set to sign a new contract at Newcastle United. This is because Newcastle and Joelinton actually disagreed on wage terms. The club believed that Joelinton and of course his agent was asking for way too much. Well, thankfully we can put all them bad news out the way. We've got good news. Joelinton will sign a new contract at Newcastle United. The contract will be for 4 years, and of course Joelinton has reached a verbal agreement with the club. Absolutely fantastic news. Imagine if we lost a player like Joelinton because of a wage dispute, not because he wants to leave, not because another club wants to buy him, but because we couldn't increase his wage. That would be an absolute farce, ladies and gentlemen. But look, without further ado, we've got some even better news in there, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Some absolutely fantastic news, and it's about time, ladies and gentlemen. We've been getting some horrible injury news recently. It's about time we've actually got some fantastic news, and this certainly is fantastic news. So if you do enjoy the video, hit the like button, and of course subscribe if you want, you're around here, and let me know down in the comments below, are you excited about this news? I'm pretty sure you are as well. And actually, just before we do, I really do want to apologise. The lack of uploads recently, if you don't know already, I've genuinely been so unwell. The doctors thought I had appendicitis. I've been getting some horrible stomach pains, but I'm absolutely fine now. So thank you all for your concern and all your messages. Are you okay and all that sort of stuff? I'm absolutely fine, but genuinely thank you for your concern. It really does mean a lot to me. But yes, Joelinton is set to sign a new 4-year contract at Newcastle United. Let's take a look at the fantastic news. This is given to us by Telegraph Football, and it says Newcastle United are close to finalising a new contract for Brazilian international Joelinton after a series of positive meetings with the player and his representatives. The talks have progressed well behind the scenes, and discussions have been headed in a positive direction for several weeks now. I don't know what has been resolved here. Of course, the club and Joelinton did disagree on a wage dispute. The club thought that Joelinton was asking for way too much. That figure has never been released. I believe right now, I haven't actually searched this up. I probably should have. I'll put it in the comments though. Joelinton is on £90,000 a week. That's just off the top of my head. Bruno, I think, is on £160,000 a week. I really should have had a look at that beforehand. I do apologise about that. But it's also said if Joelinton does sign this new contract, he will move alongside the top earners like Bruno Guimaraes. But look, he's been fantastic for us. When he signed that contract at Newcastle United, what was it? Was it 2019? He couldn't hit a barn door. He was one of the worst strikers we ever seen. £40 million for that player. Honestly, it would have been one of the worst buys in Premier League history. 4 years later, or 5 years later, he looks like one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, if not the world. The way he emulates Eddie Howe's system, that intensity, that tenacity, that bully factor just to shrug everyone off the ball. Honestly, he's an absolute monster, and he really, really does suit Eddie Howe's system. In my opinion, he's completely irreplaceable. Yes, you can go and get the likes of Nicolo Barella from Inter Milan. You can go and get the likes of Jude Bellingham from Real Madrid. But they can't emulate what Joelinton does. Jude Bellingham, look, he could run Newcastle on his own in a complete different way. But if you want to emulate the way Joelinton does, like I said, the physicality factor, the intensity factor, you get Joelinton for that. You don't get the likes of Barella or Jude Bellingham to do that sort of thing. So Joelinton for Newcastle United, and of course Eddie Howe has actually said in this article here that he urged the club to get Newcastle United to sign this new deal with Joelinton. He's been made a top priority, as he should as well. He's an absolutely fantastic player. We've also got some other news which we'll quickly look at, ladies and gentlemen. The contract will, it's been confirmed that the contract will be signed later this month, and of course, as I did say, it will be signed for 4 years. Now, the most reliable journalist in the business, Fabrizio Romano, has also given us some more news, and some more positive news as well. It's been raining today. Is it raining good news or what? I do not know, but Fabrizio Romano does say that Joelinton's new contract at Newcastle United will be valid for the next 4 years. The verbal agreement has been confirmed, so of course, that's absolutely fantastic. A verbal agreement has been reached between Joelinton and the club. Very, very good news, of course. There was a verbal agreement that Miggy was meant to go to Al-Shabaab. That fell through. Fingers crossed this one doesn't. The final details will be sorted, and then it will be signed. Look, I can't stress how good this is for Newcastle United. Of course, I did just say how important Joelinton is to Newcastle. Emulates Eddie Howe's system so well. That physicality, I don't want to keep on reiterating myself, but he is one of our top players, and he certainly deserves to be one of the top earning money, wage sort of stuff at the club. He's absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just say that. But one thing which I never actually talk about with Joelinton, like I said, it's not always that sort of bully factor. It's not just because he's a big brute on the ball, but it's his ability to be so versatile as well. He can play striker if we need him to. I'm joking. Do not put him at striker. Jesus Christ. He's a fantastic midfielder, but I'm not having flashbacks from them horrible Bruce days. But look, what I was going to say is his versatility allows him to play left wing, and something which we really missed this season is that versatility. From a play left wing and then go to centre mid, and the likes of Elliot Anderson and Joe Willock to kind of double up with him, kind of link in with him. Both of them them players there, Joe Willock, Elliot Anderson and Joelinton, can both play left wing and centre mid, and when they're chopping and changing, it's absolutely fantastic, and it certainly gives us an upper hand. The midfield trio that we can expect next season, we're seeing it at the start of this season as well. Right centre mid Tonali, left centre mid Joelinton when he's back, and of course he will be back from injury then. He's back from injury, I think. Is he back from injury the rest of this season? I believe he's back in May, but I don't know when he's actually back in May. I don't think a date has been confirmed. But in the centre of midfield, fingers crossed we can keep him. It is Bruno Guimaraes. Like I said, we're seeing that at the start of the season. When that midfield hits next season, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have Anthony Gordon on the left wing. We'll have Alexander Isak there. Fingers crossed we can have Sven Botman there, fully fit back there, of course, from his ACL injury. We're going to have Kieran Trippier there. We're going to have Fabian Shaw, Nick Pope, and some new arrivals as well. I don't want to get my hopes up, but we are going to win it all. No, I'm joking, but look, that midfield trio with Joelinton, Tonali and Bruno G, of course, have had so much time to kind of get to know each other personally on the training pitch. Sandro Tonali, of course, we all know what's happened there. They've got to know each other more on a personal level. Definitely not on a football pitch yet. Of course, Joelinton's been injured. Bruno's been playing nearly every single game. What a warrior he is. And of course, like I did just say, the Sandro Tonali situation. It's not been great as a whole for Newcastle United, but next season, it did kind of fail at the start of the season, but it got to its grasp a little bit. Next season, fingers crossed, we can see that implemented at Newcastle United. It'll be absolutely fantastic. That's certainly not one of the areas where we actually need to upgrade in the summer. I mean, just look at our depth there, and actually depth is something we've really been missing this season. Next season, that medical staff has got to be sorted out. But like I did just say there, Joelinton on the left, Tonali, Bruno G, and then even behind them we've got the likes of Joe Willock, Elliot Anderson, Lewis Miley and Sean Longstaff. Fingers crossed. Look, I think he'll be so much better as a rotation player next season. This season he's been so poor. Next season, fingers crossed he can get back to his old self. Last season, what a season he had. Honestly, he was absolutely fantastic. He was labelled as the glue that season. That's how great he was. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry it's not sort of a longer video, but we're just going to cut it there. I'm not going to blab on for too long. I just want to give you lot the fantastic news that we've been given today. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Jody Josh. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button and of course, subscribe if you are new around here. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my face again. Honestly, I really have missed making these videos. It feels like I've been like a lifelong away. But look, I feel so much better now. Mentally, physically. That stomach was so bad. Honestly, I was lying in my bed all day. But yes, I'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed there'll be some news so I can see you all tomorrow. So without further ado, I've been Jody Josh. Go and enjoy your day, people.